The Delmar Loop Trolley is shut down, and now University City officials admit they have to decide when to pull the plug on their end of that $51 million project.
And that would more than likely doom the whole thing. Elliot Davis talked to the city administrator, who admits at some point they'll have to think of the unthinkable. That's in tonight's You Paid For It.
Merchants along Delmar in U City are still collecting sales taxes to pay for the Loop Trolley, even though the trolley that cost taxpayers $51 million shut down a year ago, with the exception of a few weekends. The businesses are part of a trolley taxing district that generates about $800,000 a year. I talked to Jen Kozlov, who runs a cafe in the Loop. Like other businesses, it's a struggle just staying afloat in this COVID era. Plus, you're still paying for a non-running trolley.
Anytime anybody has an idea, I'm all for that. So I would never be a naysayer when somebody wants to create change and create something. It's just disappointing that it didn't work out.
Ultimately, University City must consider what to do if it doesn't work. They did get a jump on the problem. The Loop Trolley organization had to put up a $300,000 bond with U City to remove the tracks and overhead wires and put Delmar back like it was before the project. The rest of the route runs through St. Louis City. University City Manager Gregory Rose says restoring Delmar will cost a lot more than $300,000. He puts the tab at more like $1.5 million and says it would take about 6 months.
We know that the bond amount that's been provided does not do that at this point.
You've got a bond for $300,000. Who would pay the balance of the $1.5 million?
Well, I think it would certainly be up to our residents to pay it, or we would pursue the trolley company, even if it goes out of business.
While U City is not anxious to pull the plug, it's something officials have to consider. When would you look at pulling the plug on this deal if you don't get any more positive news on the trolley?
I think that after we know that there's kind of a new normal.
The new normal is when the COVID crisis is over.
And that's probably into 2022, the first or second quarter.
But you're saying by March of 2022, if nothing has changed or improved, you guys are looking at shutting this thing down, essentially.
I would say at July of 2022, we'll take a very close look at whether we think they have a strategy in place that could reasonably make these systems successful.
Joe Edwards, the architect of the trolley deal, would not talk on camera but on the phone, said this about the trolley's prospects: only time will tell. We've got to make it work for all of us. Merchants hate to think of the worst happening, having to rip up the street again.
That would not be great, obviously, but I'm just kind of trying to take things one day at a time at this point.
Will they be successful in the future? I could not tell you, but I think that they should be given an opportunity to develop a strategy.
So for right now, your multi-million-dollar Loop Trolley paid with taxpayers' money, parked behind those doors. U City officials say they have not heard yet from the people who run the Loop Trolley, but they figure they'll hear something sooner or later. Of course I'll keep track. After all, you paid for it.